6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The National Assembly was informed today that the government is committed to promoting Islamic banking in the country. The Finance Minister has reiterated the resolve to restructure the power sector. Chinese business groups have evinced keen interest for investment in diverse sectors in Pakistan. At the United Nations, Pakistan has called for effective peacekeeping to address the emerging global challenges. 49 Palestinians were martyred in the unabated Israeli strikes on Gaza during the last 24 hours. In the World Nomad Games in Astana, Kazakhstan is leading the medal table with 14 golds. And now the news in detail. The National Assembly was informed today that the government is committed to promoting Islamic banking in the country. In a response to a calling attention notice, the Minister of State for Finance, Ali Parvez Malik, said the new Sharia-compliant certificates worth 50 billion rupees will be launched this month. Responding to another calling attention notice, the Minister for Industries and Production, Rana Tanveer Hussain, clarified that no proposal is under consideration for the closure or winding up of the Utility Stores Corporation. He said, "We are only talking about restructuring the organization." The minister said rights of the employees will be protected. Meanwhile, the House passed two resolutions during the session. The first resolution, moved by Mohammad Moin Amir Pirzada, recommended that the government should provide medical, mobile and motorcycle insurance to motorcyclists like riders of Food Panda and Bikea who deliver food and daily use items through state life insurance, and in this regard all expenses should be borne by the government of Pakistan. The second resolution, moved by Sayyid Rafiullah, said the government should take immediate steps to enhance national sports programs by substantially increasing the funds for the athletes' development and competitions. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Sardar Ayaz Sadiq, has sought video footage of all the gates and entry-exit points of the Parliament to fix the responsibility for arresting lawmakers from the Parliament's premises. Responding to points of order raised by various members of the House, he assured that strict action will be taken in consultation with all the political parties to prevent such incidents in future. Later, the House was adjourned to meet tomorrow at 11 a.m. The Minister for Finance and Revenue, Mohammad Aurangzeb, has reiterated the resolve to restructure the power sector. He stated this during a meeting with the Chairman Board of Directors K Electric, Mark Skelton and others in Islamabad today. He said reforms include reconstitution of the boards of directors of distribution companies by bringing in professionals from the private sector and reducing the number of government nominees to bring in more efficiency in the boards and improve the overall service delivery. He reiterated the government's resolve to ensure private sector participation in all the government-owned distribution companies and generation companies. The minister mentioned the start of process of privatizing of 3 distribution companies in line with the Prime Minister's vision to enable and facilitate the private sector to lead the economy. The K Electric team briefed the minister regarding plans to include renewable energy in its generation mix with a view to lowering down the cost of electricity for Karachi. The coordinator to the Prime Minister on Climate Change, Romina Khurshid Alam, has said the government is committed to mitigate the negative impacts of climate change, addressing a launching ceremony of Recharge Pakistan program in Islamabad today. She said climate change issue is no longer a distant challenge. It is an urgent reality that threatens our communities, ecosystems, and economies. She said the devastating floods of 2022 were a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities. The coordinator to the Prime Minister said Recharge Pakistan initiative will make the capabilities of unsafe populations safer and will benefit over 600,000 people. Earlier addressing the ceremony, the Minister for Petroleum Musaddiq Malik stressed on the need of a coordinated cooperation at the global level to address the issue of climate change. At the United Nations, Pakistan has called for more effective United Nations peacekeeping to address the emerging global challenges. Speaking during the Security Council open debate on United Nations peacekeeping operations, Permanent Representative of Pakistan to the United Nations, Ambassador Munir Akram, said the United Nations peacekeeping has increasingly faced new but complicated challenges that are emanating from multiple factors. He reaffirmed Pakistan's dedication to reinforcing and enhancing the effectiveness of the United Nations peacekeeping operations. Ambassador Munir Akram said Pakistan will also actively contribute at the upcoming ministerial preparatory meeting in Islamabad. This is Radio Pakistan. A high-level Chinese business delegation has evinced keen interest for investment in major sectors of Pakistan's economy and relocating Chinese industries to Pakistan. The interest was expressed by the delegation comprising 4 prominent Chinese business groups during their visit to Special Investment Facilitation Council in Islamabad today. The delegation was apprised of the potential investment opportunities in priority sectors, including agriculture, livestock, information technology, energy, minerals, tourism, and industry. The Pakistan Army gave a befitting reply to the unprovoked aggression from Afghan Taliban at the Pak-Afghan border since the 7th of this month, killing 16 Afghan Taliban and injuring 27 others. According to security sources, the Afghan Taliban started unprovoked firing on the 7th of this month from Balochin area adjacent to the Pak-Afghan border with heavy weapons and targeted Pakistani checkposts. The unprovoked firing continued till yesterday evening, while Pakistan Army gave a befitting reply to the firing. The security sources further said 2 tanks of the Afghan Taliban were also destroyed. 49 Palestinians have been martyred and hundreds others wounded in unabated Israeli strikes across besieged Gaza. Gaza's health ministry says the bodies of 19 people were recovered and identified in the aftermath of an Israeli strike on Al-Moesi area in Khan Yunis. The martyrdom toll of Palestinians in the Israeli aggression on Gaza since October 7 last year has now risen to over 41,000. Nearly all of Gaza's 2.3 million people have been forced from their homes due to Israel's unabated bombardment. Meanwhile, the World Food Programme says 2.2 million Palestinians in Gaza are still in urgent need of food and livelihood assistance. The World Suicide Prevention Day is being observed today to provide commitment and action to prevent suicide. The triennial theme for World Suicide Prevention Day for 2024-2026 is changing the narrative on suicide. The theme aims to raise awareness about the importance of reducing stigma and encouraging open conversations to prevent suicides. And now news about sports. On the 3rd day of the 5th World Nomad Games in Astana, Kazakhstan is leading the medal table with 25 medals including 14 golds. Kyrgyzstan is placed second with 14 medals including 3 golds, while Russia is placed third with 10 medals including 3 gold medals. Hockey. In the Asian Champions Trophy hockey tournament in China, Pakistan will face Japan in the Chinese city of Ulaanbaatar tomorrow. The match will start at 10:30 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, partly cloudy weather with rain, wind and thunderstorm is likely at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan and Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.